Hello, my name is Dr. Harry Augensen, Director of the Widener Observatory. I'll be your host for the Night Sky Rundown for April, where you'll find out what's up in the night sky this month.
Hello, my name is Nick Zafiri, and I'll be your co-host.
April is the first full month of spring, and it signals the inevitable departure of the winter star groups from the evening sky. Aldebaran and the Pleiades cluster, both in Taurus, Betelgeuse and Rigel in Orion, and Sirius in Canis Major, will all be vanishing after this month, not to reappear in the evening sky until next autumn. Procyon in Canis Minor will stick around for another month or so, while Pollux and Castor and Gemini and Capella and Auriga will remain viewable until early June.
While the stars of winter make their exit, the stars of spring are taking center stage. One of the most famous is Regulus, the brightest star in Leo, the lion, which is high in the south in early evening. Another bright spring star, Spica, in the constellation Virgo, is getting high in the east-southeast, along with the planet Jupiter to Spica's upper left.
The Big Dipper, the celebrated asterism within the constellation Ursa Major, is now rising in the northeast. The arc of the Big Dipper's handle leads to Arcturus, the bright yellow-orange star in the constellation Boötus, the herdsman, which is rising in the east. Arcturus, Spica, and Regulus form a spring triangle, which is larger, though not as famous, as its summer counterpart.
A moderately bright star, Alphard, in the constellation Hydra, the water snake, lies a bit below Regulus. Alphard is an orange giant star similar to Arcturus, but about 5 times further from our solar system, and so it appears noticeably fainter, comparable in apparent brightness to Polaris.
In early April, Mercury can be spotted about 20 to 30 minutes after sunset. The elusive innermost planet is at its best on the evening of the 1st, when it reaches greatest elongation east of the Sun, and sets over 1.5 hours after sunset. Mercury remains viewable for about the first week and a half of April, after which it sinks rapidly into the evening twilight. Mercury reaches inferior conjunction with the Sun on the 20th, when it passes between Earth and the Sun. It then swings into the morning sky, rising only about half an hour before sunrise at the end of the month.
Mars glows like an orange star low in the southeast at nightfall. It sets about 3 hours after the Sun on the 1st, but only 2 hours after it by month's end. The actual clock time of Mars set is between 10 and 10:15 Eastern Standard Time all month. Mars will continue to fade through the end of July, when it will be located on the opposite side of the Sun from the Earth.
Jupiter is at its finest this April. It reaches opposition with the Sun on the night of the 7th and will be closest to Earth and visible from sunset until sunrise. Jupiter is unrivaled in brightness among the evening objects, except for the Moon. It resembles a brilliant golden star in Virgo near the bright bluish-white star Spica. Look for Jupiter as it rises in the east shortly after sunset.
Saturn resembles a moderately bright golden star rising in the southeast at around 1:30 a.m. on the 1st and by about 11:30 p.m. on the 30th. Look for Saturn in all the pre-dawn sky all month. It stands approximately due south as twilight begins.
After having adorned the evening sky for several months and then reached inferior conjunction with the Sun at the end of March, Venus reappears in the morning sky during April. Venus rises less than an hour before sunrise at the beginning of April and about 1.5 hours before the Sun at the end of the month.
And well, that's all we have time for this month. For more information on the night sky, visit the Widener Observatory stargazing website.
And don't forget about the stargazing sessions at the Widener Observatory, located on the 5th floor of Kirkbride Hall.
Thank you, and remember to look to the stars.